Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Dobbs Cycle Works. I've just got a real quick one for you today because it is one of my favorite days of the year. Yes, for those of us who are really deep into cycling, we know what October means. That means that the tour route for the next year is going to be announced, and it was released today. Now, I do want to do a deep dive into this and really go into what this next year's tour is going to look like, but I'm honestly just so excited looking at this route map that I kind of had to just throw a video together real quick to just show some of the highlights because I think this is going to be a fantastic tour. I think this is going to be really, really great. So, can I help you? This is Mila, everybody. All right, go away. Okay, so anyway, the route map is up on the tour's official website. The official announcement has been made, and I am excited. Yes, so we have it right here. Now, you're gonna notice this looks a little weird and a little bit different from some of the other years, and there is a good reason for that. I'll get into that in a second. We are going to be starting in Italy this time. So if we come down here and look, we are starting in Florence for the first stage, and that is going to be on the 29th of June. Looks like a decently little hilly stage, but some of the other things that I want to point out on this tour route map that are maybe a little bit different than previous years. In some of the previous years, we have seen stages with the cobblestones, specifically the Roubaix cobblestones, which I personally love. I love seeing the Roubaix cobbles. The Paris-Roubaix is my absolute #1 favorite race of the season, hands down. Every single time, it's my favorite. So I love seeing the Roubaix cobbles. So we do not have any this year, but what we do have is on stage 9 here, is we have 32 or 34 kilometers on what they call white road. What does white road mean? Gravel. There are going to be gravel sections in this stage. So we're racing on gravel roads here, and that I think is going to be fantastic. Jumbo-Visma's boss, Kluge, said that he's not that impressed by it, and you know what? He can shut up because I think this is going to be great. To me, going to these cobbles, what it means to me is kind of getting back to that traditional Tour de France. Riders would steal the pens at the check-in stands so their competitors couldn't, or they would literally stop on the side of the road and loot a convenience store, which was totally allowed, and then the convenience store would just bill the Tour de France for the items taken. Like, it has that fun and that excitement to it that I like to see. I love seeing things like that in the tour, so I think this is going to be really cool. I think it's going to be a fun section. It doesn't look like too bad of a stage either. It's pretty hilly, and they do have a video, if I can find it here, that'll give us kind of a better idea of what the stage looks like. So I'm going to play that for us real quick right now. This is stage 9. And yeah, as you will see in here, these little white sections that pop up every once in a while, those are the gravel sections. So it is, I think, about 9 or 10, I'll confirm that here in a minute, and it adds up to about 32 or 34 kilometers of gravel racing. This is a stage that is kind of an out and back, so it's gonna start in this one town, go all the way out, go around the countryside a bit, and then we're basically coming back and finishing in the exact same town here. So there is going to be a lot of fun. I think it's going to be some cool, fast-paced racing. I think it's going to be a great stage. And so if we actually go back to their main announcement page, back here at the front, they do specifically point this out here. The number of sectors on white roads is, during stage 9, it's going to amount to 32K in total. So yeah, 32 kilometers of gravel racing. I'm excited. I think it's gonna be fun. Like, I'm almost at a loss for words. I was started watching that stage video and just forgot to tell you about it at first because I was so excited watching. Just like, I'm nerding out so hard right now. And we are going to 4 different countries this year. We're going to Italy, San Marino, Monaco, and France. One of the other big points I want to hit is going to be this stage right here. Where are we? Yes, stage 14. Stage 14 is going to be one of our mountain stages, and as you will notice, the Col de Tourmalet is back. Yes, I always love seeing the Col de Tourmalet featured. Didn't see Alpe d'Huez when I was going through, so it doesn't look like we're hitting there, but we are going to get the Tourmalet. For those of you not aware, Col de Tourmalet literally translates to the mountain of the bad trip. So, yeah. It's great to watch. But if you notice here, it's in almost dead middle of the stage. And then there are still 2 more climbs after that. This is going to be a fantastic day. And a lot of the mountain stages are like this. I do want to go more in depth into them in a later video. I just want to get this kind of quick one out because I'm so excited and it's so much fun. But yeah, so that's going to be a really great stage. And a lot of these mountain stages look absolutely brutal. But the one thing that I am most excited about is if you will look down here, stage 21, the final stage of the tour, is an individual time trial. Yeah, the final day of the tour is an individual time trial. And again, throwback to the older days. It just makes me feel like we're gonna get some sort of Greg LeMond versus Laurent Fignon again, where it's 8 seconds separating them, and it's I hope we see something like that. And now with Primoz being on a different team, with him leaving Jumbo-Visma, and that leaves him open to go for the tour, and I know he wants it. I want to see some sort of epic battle showdown. I think this is going to be a great tour. It's obviously too early to say exactly what's going to happen because the tour teams are not going to be announced for a long time from now, so we don't even actually know who's going to be racing. I mean, we can make some fair assumptions, but injuries, illness, any of those things could come in and change plans. But at the legitimately just fizzing right now, I guess is the best word I could say. And if you will notice, that individual time trial is ending in Nice. It is not ending in Paris. And as I was saying earlier, with the difference of the map looking, kind of little unfamiliar to what we normally see, this is the first time that the tour is not finishing in Paris. The first time in the history, and the reason for that, quite simply, is really just that the Paris Olympics will be going on at the same time. So that's really the only reason. It's not any, big change. It's just that the Olympics are happening, so they can't really double dip it up, which is fine. I do always love seeing the Champs-Élysées cobbles. I always love seeing the sprint at the end. It's always one of the greatest sprints in cycling. But an individual time trial to finish it off, I feel like it kind of matches up. There is another individual time trial earlier on for stage 7. We have the 2 rest days after stage 9 and stage 15. That's pretty standard looking there, but it is, it looks great. The entire vertical gain, the total vertical gain we're getting in this tour is 52,230 meters. That's how high they're climbing in these mountain stages, and it's gonna be fantastic. So we have 8 flat stages, 4 hilly, 7 mountain, with 4 summit finishes. So that's gonna be wonderful. 2 time trials and 2 rest days. It's not the craziest tour I think we've ever seen, but I think it's gonna be a really fun one. And we're seeing here, like I was saying with those mountain stages, the height and summit of the Bonnet Pass in the Alps is the highest tarmac road in France. So that's gonna be what they call the roof of the tour, the highest peak that they're gonna get to. And that's 2,802 meters up. That's a lot. And we're gonna have 176 riders. They are saying that right now. So 22 teams of 8 riders each. That's pretty standard there. I will say that I do know already, hopefully Tissot will be doing their fantasy tour again. If they are, I can say for certain that I will be doing it. And my username is always DobCycleWorks, so if you guys want to play along, we will definitely have some stuff coming out around that time. Maybe we could even make a fun little contest out of it if we want to get like a whole group together in that to do the fantasy tour. If you've never played it before, I know it sounds lame. I know you're probably like, that sounds like the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. And to be perfectly honest, it is. It's really stupid, but it's also a ton of fun. So it'd be really cool if we got a bunch of people and you can make separate rooms and things where you get people together and you can see each other's kind of scores. So maybe we'll do that if there is some interest in having a whole fantasy thing, but I am just delighted. I am so excited, guys. I think this is going to be a wonderful tour. It's going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, I just wanted to get this out and kind of go over a couple points here of what I'm excited about. And let me know what you're excited about down in the comments. And I'm going to have to brush up on some French for the rest of this for when I'm actually going through, because there is quite a lot. And je parle français au petit, mais mon français c'est pathétique. And I'm not even really sure if I'm saying that right at all, which basically is I speak a little bit of French, but my French is pathetic. So, yeah, not even positive that was correct. I took 1 year of French in college, and I really only went because I had a crush on a teacher. So, that could be completely wrong. People speaking French, feel free to correct me and be like, don't speak our language ever again. That would be fair. But yes, we will have another follow-up video. So that is it for now. If you are not liked and subscribed to the page, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down at the bottom. That'll enter you into a contest to win a Physique Vento Antares R1. That contest is going till December 31st, so you still have plenty of time to enter. But go ahead and subscribe, share the videos around, share them to your other buddies who ride, your riding groups or anything like that. Take care, be safe out there, ride safe, and we will see you next time.